Well, wasn't expecting to be here that soon after the most recent episode. Breaking news, the Chicago Bears have officially traded Robert Quinn to the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. This is a quick one for you guys, but Robert Quinn is no longer a part of the Chicago Bears. It was announced during the Bears press conference not too long ago. Robert Quinn was traded to the Philadelphia Eagles for a fourth-round pick. Kind of crazy to say. I can't believe it, to be honest with you. I honestly, this late, I was like, maybe they're not going to trade him, but it overall just makes a ton of sense for the Chicago Bears. According to sources, the Bears will be picking up most of the remaining salary of Robert Quinn. So this trade will cost the Eagles draft capital, but not a lot of money. Originally, if he was traded post June 1st, the Bears could have saved $12.8 million in cap, and they would have had $12.5 million or $12.7 million in total of dead cap over the last couple of or the next two seasons. But the Bears chew up most of his remaining contract for this year, so they only get a fourth-round pick from Philadelphia. Honestly, my overall opinion about it is that I think the Bears made the right decision here. They're rebuilding. They want draft capital for next year. They save some money in the long run next year. They do have to chew up a little bit more than, according to spotrack.com, is that they're going to have $8.4 million in dead cap next season. So this hurts the Bears a little bit, but overall, it just sucks because Robert Quinn is coming off being the single season sack record holder for the Chicago Bears. Throw your comments in the chat about what you think about this trade. What's going on, guys? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining in right now. But it sucks. There's not much more to say to it. I think that the Bears did get a good deal out of it, getting a fourth-round pick from the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are obviously a contender. They're going for the Super Bowl this year. They're one of the top teams in the NFC. Robert Quinn gets that opportunity to go to a Philadelphia team that is going to play around him. Robert Quinn does not overall play a ton. Like, he does play a ton, but he doesn't blitz as much as people would like him to. Last season under Sean Desai, he had 18 and a half sacks, a Bears single season record, breaking Richard Dent's previous record. But here's one thing that I kind of thought for Robert Quinn is I thought that the Bears were going to potentially trade him to the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are somehow in the hunt. A lot of people weren't expecting that, especially after the Russell Wilson trade. But Sean Desai is in Seattle, part of their defensive coaching staff, and could have brought out the best in Robert Quinn. So from some of the comments I'm seeing right now, I like it. I want to see what Robinson can do with more playing time. Absolutely, Dominique Robinson is going to get a ton of playing time, and also Trevis Gibson is going to be the guy that they're going to be going to in this sort of situation. So very good to see overall that, there's a benefit to this. You have a lot of young guys on the uprise. Dominique Robinson is one of them. He's going to get a lot more playing time. Love it. No way. What did we get, Eric? We got a fourth-round pick out of it, but the Bears do have to chew up most of the cap remaining this year. So that kind of sucks for the Chicago Bears, but they do get a fourth-round pick. Can't complain about that. Fourth rounder, the fuck? You got to pay him for the year. Money otherwise, I get it. But yes, 100%, I totally understand the frustration that the Bears could have cleared a little bit of cap here. But I think they were just desperate to get rid of Quinn. And honestly, a fourth rounder is pretty respectful, in my opinion. A lot of people were predicting we'd get a third round pick for him if we sent him to the Rams. But it's a win-win for everybody. Ryan Poles obviously has a ton of respect for this guy. Talked to him to keep him around for the first half of the season and is dealting him in the middle of the season after, being settled into Chicago, having a lot of, respect. Roquan Smith broke down crying in his press conference, had to walk away from the mic for a minute. So overall, it kind of sucks from a player's perspective. He did have a lot of the guys in the current locker room on his side, but it does stink. But a fourth-round pick, I'll take it any day of the week. Robert does not seem pretty happy about it. We're not getting that much out of it. Can't wait for the regime to fall flat on the face. I hope not. I really hope I really hope that the regime doesn't fall flat on its face, Robert. I get the frustration, but Robert Quinn wasn't working out in Alan Williams' defense. It's not a blitz-friendly defense. Robert Quinn obviously is an edge. Edges get sacks when they blitz. But he did a good job against the New England Patriots, in my opinion. He went out and had a couple tackles for loss. It's sad to think that it was his last game as a Chicago Bear, but another hard contract for Ryan Pace had signed. Ryan Poles is trying to clear it up for the future. I think that the 4th round pick is great so far. I'm just going to throw a banner up for you guys right now. Bears get a 4th rounder. So just going to put that up there for you guys, just so you know. I'm seeing the comments flowing in. I agree with Ernest. 4th rounder is really good. Cody Phillips, you love Dominique Robinson too. I think we all do. And thanks for logging in, guys. Wow, more and more people are logging in right now. Thank you, Chicago, yet again. Alshon Howard and now Quinn. No problem, man. Clearly an Eagles fan, but enjoy him. He's a great player, great guy for the community as well. Wishing him the best. Good luck to Robert Quinn. I hope that everyone can kind of see that too. Good luck to him. Dougie 4th round is really good. I agree. You got to trust the process. This is a big one right here. I totally agree. I mean, I agree with this move. Again, I've said it twice now. It sucks that we got rid of, arguably our biggest name on defense beside Eddie Jackson and Roquan Smith, the guy that was the only bright part of the defense last year, which is hard to say. But overall, it's just, you got to trust what Ryan Poles is doing, getting draft capital. I mean, look what he did in the draft past year, and getting a 4th rounder is a mid pick, which is fine, but you can take that 4th, pair it with another one, and trade into the 2nd, 3rd, or even the 1st round, depending on what you use to trade along the line. So I like what they're doing. I like this pick. Got to trust the process. Bears fans from Dallas, can't wait till we upset the Cowgirls. I think everyone in the chat can definitely agree with that. If you agree, please throw it in there. But 100%, I'm excited for this upcoming Sunday, even without Robert Quinn. Oh my goodness, go Birds. Yep, what a good congratulations to you guys for getting Robert Quinn. Thank you for the 4th round pick, because who knows what that 4th round pick could turn into. Just keep that in mind, guys. I think that's one thing that we all got to keep there. Thanks for the shout out. I love using my language. I appreciate that. That D-line over in Philadelphia, I agree, is going to be nasty. Robert Quinn just brings it to a whole new level. Kind of crazy to say. I don't know where some of these teams get the money to afford this. I know that the Bears are chewing a lot of it this year, but what are they going to do? Philadelphia are going to do next year? Eagles are going all in with this trade. That's my opinion. Tiff, I feel bad for Gwynn. He's aging really bad. I don't know what to really say to that. I don't know if you mean because Robert Quinn is losing his hair, but he is going to a very good team. And Robert Quinn's a tough guy. Was the guy that didn't have gloves on in the coldest games of the year and still out there just absolutely making plays. But yes, 100% agree. I thought we should have traded him in the offseason. Yes, I 100% agree that the Bears should have traded Robert Quinn earlier before they obviously did right now. I think they could have gotten more from when he had 18.5 sacks previously on his resume. Ryan Poles, finessing a 4th round pick, and yes, having to chew up a lot of the cap, but overall a 4th round pick for only a sack and a half this year for Robert Quinn with this Chicago Bears team, not bad. Got to look at the positives here. I agree we should have traded him during the offseason. I don't see why so many people are upset about a guy that has 1 sack this year, wasn't doing anything on the field. See, that's exactly where I'm getting at, Dynamo TV. I 100% agree. I think that the Bears made the right decision getting rid of him out of a respect standpoint, because this is a business, but people have feelings for each other. I guarantee you Ryan Poles is going to go out there and make a statement how much he thanked Robert Quinn for his leadership, his mentorship, especially to the younger guys like Dominique Robinson and Travis Gibson. But again, it's a good trade. The return is discussing, and that D-line is nasty over there. I'm telling you. Look at that. BJ, Cox, Sweat, Davis, Redditt, and Quinn. That's a dangerous offensive line with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I really hate to say this, but looking at the schedule for this upcoming couple of weeks here, Bears play the Eagles December 18th at Soldier Field. So Robert Quinn will come back, which is good. But man, fly Eagles, fly! I got a lot of Eagles fans in the chat. Thanks for logging into the Chicago Bears chat room. You guys got a hell of a player out of it. For those that are just joining, welcome to Just Another Year, just another episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. Bears trade Robert Quinn to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 4th round pick and chew up most of the cap. They also have a top 5 pick this year. The Eagles just did it right with this rebuild over the last couple of years, but the Bears could easily do what the Eagles are doing. Looking at some more of the comments. Thanks for the subscribe. Please, guys, subscribe to this channel for all Chicago Bears and sports updates. I really appreciate that. But that'll help our sorrows a little bit. Definitely. Deerfield Joe, everything happens for a reason. Rest in peace, Mr. Quinn. I don't think he died, but rest in peace to his time as a Chicago Bear. For sure, he did a great job during his time here. He was an asset. last season, at least, Bears made the playoffs one season with Robert Quinn under the realm. He still has 3 years left on his contract, so the Philadelphia Eagles definitely got one. I don't think it's time, essentially, for the momentum after Mondays for a win, but long-term, I can see it. Totally agree with that comment. Robert Quinn is like a baby Von Miller, even though they're very similar in age. 100% agree with that. But Robert Quinn is a hell of a player, no doubt about that. Do the Eagles still trade for another running back? Please don't take anyone from the Chicago Bears. I have my notifications on my phone right now, and if I see that David Montgomery also is heading out somewhere, I will be very upset about it. You guys cannot have David Montgomery, though. I'm not giving you that one. You can have Robert Quinn all you want, not giving you David Montgomery. He was getting double teamed all the time and still got pressure. Watch the defense take a step back now. Mile High Boost, I agree. He did get double teamed a lot, especially when teams had fullbacks or they did a tight end chip on the left tackle when they were playing the Chicago Bears. But it's crazy. Got a lot of Eagles fans in here. Thanks again, guys, for logging in. Really appreciate it. Congrats on getting it. All we get is a 4th rounder. I mean, yes, all we get is a 4th rounder, but we could have gotten, think about it, we could have gotten a 6th rounder for him and still chewed a lot of cap. Got to look at the positive. Eagles are a good team. It's going to be a higher 4th round pick, but Ryan Poles can pair that and trade that up into later rounds. I also can't wait till we put the blemish on the Eagles record. Cody, oh man, coming in here, throwing some shots. I see how it is. Thanks for logging in, man. Guess it doesn't matter. Defense is taking a step back. Will mean more losses and net better picks. Yes, it might. But the Bears also did just beat the Patriots, and, that's without Robert Quinn doing too much. So Dominique Robinson was doing more than Robert Quinn at one point. Just want to put that out there. So Dominique Robinson could come on the scene, and he's a 5th round guy out of Miami. So if he does really well and we get a 4th round pick, just imagine getting another Dominique Robinson out of it. Just want to put that out there. Think the Eagles are the NFC Super Bowl team now? I got to agree with that. The Eagles are just stupid good now. And I can't even deny it. I am very excited to watch the Eagles. I am not excited to play the Eagles, but any given Sunday, Eagles are by far a very impressive team. They did the rebuild very well with their current roster. Having Jalen Hurts as your quarterback, getting rid of Carson Wentz, and the Eagles are back. The Eagles are dangerous. Fly, Eagles, fly. We are set on defense. Thank you, guys. Fly, Eagles, fly. A lot of Eagles fans in this chat. Bears fans, I don't know where you guys are right now. I know you guys, let's start getting your thoughts on getting a 4th rounder out of it. Also, we had other news, so go back to our last episode to check out all the Chicago Bears news that came out before the Robert Quinn team. A lot of good things coming out of the Chicago Bears. This is honestly, again, in my opinion, a set win for the Chicago Bears. Respecting Robert Quinn, sending him to the Eagles for a 4th round pick, better than getting nothing out of it. Quinn didn't play this the second half on. I guess so, Cody. Yep, I guess. I mean, Dominique Robinson definitely started getting more reps. Maybe they knew that they were going to trade Quinn, and some Eagles scouts were at the New England game. Do you think the Eagles will go to the playoffs? 100%. That team is just stupid good. We are definitely coming the Monstars, but does this benefit the Bears now? I think it does. I mean, anytime you get a draft pick, and especially with a guy who's already proven that he can take late round picks and turn them into success, Jaquan, he was a 2nd round pick. Kyler Gordon was a 2nd round pick. Braxton Jones was a 5th round pick. Dominique Robinson was a 5th round pick. Trenton Gill was a later round pick as well. I believe he was a 6th round. So Ryan Poles did have a very good draft first time as a general manager. And I think that Tiff, nice to find a Bears fan here, but I think it does benefit the Bears. Ryan Poles has proven that he can draft, and another pick doesn't hurt. Yes, easily. Bears fans here. Tiff, nice to see you. Eagles 17-0 at best, worst 15-2. One of those losses is coming against the Chicago Bears. Just putting that out there. Can't say they're not going to beat them. Thanks from an Eagles fan. You're more than welcome, Tony Garcia. Thanks for coming in, man. Sean, bear down. Absolutely. Hope you're taking the news well. But there is so much other. It is said that ESPN, if we were traded, it would have been to a contender. So it's semi-win for us, depending on how it would have gone to a contender. Robert Quinn is too old, and I think that the Bears still had too much respect for him to trade him to another rebuilding team. That's why I said the Seahawks are technically a contender. I mean, the Seahawks are not bad at all. And Sean Desai definitely knows Robert Quinn could have been really good in that offense. But he went to the Eagles. That's what I'm going to say there. What was the trade? Robert Quinn straight up and most of his cap for this year for a 4th rounder next year. Wishing Quinn many success. Tiff, 100% agree. That's the dumbest question I've ever heard. You never know. Any given Sunday, teams fall apart, but I do not think that the Eagles are going to fall apart. There is no doubt about it. Can you shout out my channel? Absolutely, Albert. Shout out to your Albert's channel. Make sure you go check him out. He's in the comments right now. Wow. We are getting lots of comments here, guys. Holy cow. Cox and Quinn on the defense players. Double team means we're going to have a lot more sacks. Considering the Bears are playing the Eagles this year, it's going to be a little scary, especially with how the offensive line is playing. Hopefully, Whitehair and Patrick are back. With Quinn leaving, younger guys will step up. 100% agree with this, Tiff. Thanks for putting this out there. Deerfield Joe coming in hot. Hell yes, they knew what they were going to trade. The last 3 games before this one, he was the majority of the time on his back on the field. This game decided. Good luck for the Eagles. Yep, Isaac, fly, Eagles fly. Congrats on getting Robert Quinn for a 4th-round pick. Thanks for the 4th-round pick. Going to thank you guys for that. But I do think getting a 4th was pure wizardry given his lack of productivity. 100%. This is 100% what I'm getting at, is that the Bears got a 4th-round pick after his productivity this year. That's pretty big. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. I know that we're not an Eagles channel, but we always bring up Chicago sports. We will have Eagles for all the Eagles fans here. Come back in when the Bears play the Eagles that week. We will have updates almost every single day, and we will have a preview. So stay tuned for that. And we always have live reaction after the game. So would love to see you guys come in here. But I got the Bears beating the Eagles. I will never say that the Bears are going to lose. Just putting that out there. JC, we're going to take the North and never give it back. Hell yeah, we are. It's one stop at a time. We took over. Yep, the Eagles fans are just in the chat. Where are the Bears fans at? Just got to put that out there. Bears are clearly tanking, and Justin Fields is doing everything he can do to win 100%. That's what a leader does. We're thankful for Justin Fields. He's getting better every game. Once we get him some wide receivers and maybe 1 or 2 more linemen, it's going to be dangerous here in Chicago, just like the Philadelphia Eagles are doing right now. Bears fan on their way to the pub right now. Fly, Eagles, fly. I got to agree. A beer sounds very nice right now, but a celebratory beer because, you know, the Eagles, city of brotherly love. You guys are coming in here giving me a lot of comments. I appreciate a couple subscriptions out of it. Totally appreciate that, guys. It's more celebratory beer because Robert Quinn could potentially get that Super Bowl ring he's been waiting for, and the Bears get potentially another big 4th-round pick coming up in this upcoming draft. Get to play field strength was amazing. Cody could not agree more. Albert, you got it, man. We'll always shout you out. Make sure you go check out Albert's channel. Quinn will get his well-deserved ring. Tony, that's what I was just saying. Didn't see your comment until I threw it up here. But yes, 100%, he does deserve a ring. I'm pretty happy about the 4 for Quinn. Still sucks to see him go, though. Jake, I couldn't agree more. It does suck to see him go, especially how exciting last season was. But he got to say he was a Chicago Bear. He's in the record books forever. You know, Bears fans will always look at that. I don't think he'll ever come back to Chicago unless he's invited as an alumni or he's playing the Bears, obviously. But overall, super cool experience having Robert Quinn, a guy who could be a Hall of Famer one day, no doubt about it. Quinn, please don't jump on Justin Fields. Tiff, 100% thinking the same thing, that when the Bears play the Eagles, maybe he'll just give him a nice little shove if he gets to him instead of just absolutely destroying Justin Fields like other defensive teams are doing. Imagine if it was a Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers getting hit like Justin Fields has. Eagles fans, I want to hear your comments on that. Trade Rowe while we're at it. Please no. For the love of God, no. I hope this move is helping clear up cap for next year, also getting more picks and getting the money that Roquan Smith deserves. Roquan Smith is the leading tackler in the NFL with solo and assists. He also has the most. He's tied for second with interceptions by linebackers, which is pretty cool. Overall, I want to keep Roquan Smith forever. Bear down, Mark Robinson. Thanks for tuning in, man. Troy Williams, another Eagles fan in the chat. Really appreciate you guys tuning in, even though this is a Bears channel. Good for Quinn trying to chase a ring. Hope he gets it. Bears need another year to do it. 100% agree, JC. It's going to be it's a rebuilding year. There's no doubt about it. But I am very excited for Robert Quinn, and I'm excited for the future of the Chicago Bears moving forward. Troy Williams, NFC East Monstars. Yeah, you guys are crazy. Tiff, Bears are not tanking. That's fighting words. Start fighting in the chat. Let's see it. Maybe I'll throw it up here. I'm here, bear down, just heading right now. Yep, 100% agree. Thanks, guys, for everybody tuning in. Lots of Eagles and Bears fans in here. I like that also in the comments, no one's fighting just yet. I know I just initiated that, but it seems like everyone is happy about this trade overall. With all the extra cash, Bears will for sure re-sign Roquan. How else will they spend all that cash? I agree. The free agency class does look pretty weak, except from my offensive lineman standpoint. I think the Bears can make improvements there. But Ryan Poole says he does want to build this team through the draft. So he could be saving a ton of this money for the future when he's got to pay a whole bunch of people to keep a core together. Again, a couple-year plan. Everyone has it. Ryan Poles has his for the Chicago Bears. Trust the process. We know we're not super good, but we won't go down easily. But think about it. Before the Patriots game, those 3 losses in a row to the Giants, the Commanders, and the Vikings all came by 1 score. Just want to put that out there. The Bears, like Justin Fields saying, are almost there, and he hates hearing it. Weren't almost there against the Patriots. Bears won 33-14 on that. Bears have 1 or 2 more games away from turning this whole season around, and Justin Fields and our full defense will prove everybody that will take on the contender that the Packers suck now. Yes, Deerfield Joe, the Packers suck now. Eagles got better. Going to put that out there. Justin sacked first by Robert Quinn. Fly, Eagles, fly. Much love, though. Thanks, Philly boy, for tuning in. Really appreciate you just showing some love in a Bears podcast. But we're talking about the Bears and the Eagles here. Benefit to both. Jailbreak, he can rush the passer, but I wanted this. Happy with the 4th, one-dimensional. 100% agree, man. Thanks for tuning in. This trade is very good for the Bears. We got Ballers and Travis Gibson, Dominique Robinson, and you remove Quinn's cap space. Yes, for this year. I still haven't found out too much about the cap for next year. I know that it does obviously save the Bears money, but the Bears did chew a ton of cap this year to get rid of him, paying for most of his contract. So he'll play for the Eagles on the Bears payroll. But again, that's a Ryan Pace signing, so I wouldn't give too much blame for Ryan Poles because he did get something out of it. At least a 3rd-round pick and a feather, but a 4th, come on. Well, Chris, I get it, man. Totally 100%. I would have loved a 3rd-round pick. I think we could have gotten it last year. I know we talked about it earlier. We could have gotten a 2nd potentially last year for Robert Quinn, how good he did. But overall, I'll take the 3rd. 4th-round pick is pretty good. Thanks, Raccoon Raider 001. Appreciate it, man. I couldn't agree. Albert, see you later, man. Bear down. Daryl, I got you, man. Deerfield Joe coming in the chat again. You watch Roquan's, you spelled Roquan a little bit wrong there. Turn it on now that he's all into the season and knows he has to produce. I think Deerfield Joe is already at the pub with how his spelling is going so far. We will see a whole new level of linebacker defense now. Okay, he's already 3 beers deep. Every word was wrong. Deerfield Joe is 3 beers deep. But yes, I think Roquan Smith is going to turn it up even more. Hopefully get that well-deserved Pro Bowl. Dylan James, I'm seeing people say that Quinn is having it down here. Is it the scheme issue or what's up? Dylan, this is what I was saying. I'm happy you came into the chat. I said this way earlier in the chat, but 100% it was the scheme. Alan Williams is not a defensive blitz kind of guy. I mean, obviously you only blitz on defense, but he's not a big blitzer. So Robert Quinn didn't get that benefit. Last year under Sean Desai, blitzed all the time. So I think it was a scheme. He'll do much, much better in Philadelphia. Honestly, we benched Muhammad and start Gibson and Robinson. I like that idea. Muhammad really hasn't done that much this year from a sacks perspective, but he has been getting pressure. So, take it as you leave it. But, oh, wow. Sorry, guys. A little excited. My hands are going up everywhere. Stack those picks, man. Stack those picks. Couldn't agree more. Philadelphia fan here. Big Justin Fields fan also. Thanks for tuning into the chat, Jack. Very excited about this Monday night performance. Do you guys see progress? And is Quinn a good fit for us? Quinn is a good fit for the Philadelphia Eagles because you guys actually blitz the quarterback. We are not a big blitz team anymore under Alan Williams and Matt Eberflus, which is totally fine because look at our secondary, ranked 2nd in the NFL right now in total pass defense. I see progress in Justin Fields, and I see Robert Quinn doing really well for you guys. You guys got an absolute tank out of it, and you guys are going to do really well moving forward. Jailbreak seemed like a better fit as a rush linebacker, oddly enough. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Couldn't agree more. Guys, keep throwing some stuff in the chat. Going to be here for a couple more minutes. Share your thoughts on this trade. Eagles fans, thanks for tuning in to a Chicago Bears podcast. Really appreciate it. Bears fans, where you guys at? Been talking to more Eagles fans than Bears fans, but the ones that I have talked to, thanks for tuning in. Middle of the day, totally appreciate it. And again, after this video, if you guys don't mind going and watching the last video, seeing all the good news that came out of the Bears before this trade. And this is good news, by the way. I'm not denying at all that the Chicago Bears made a good move here, trading Robert Quinn to the Philadelphia Eagles. There is no doubt about it. One more thing I do want to say out of this pick or out of this trade, the chat's starting to slow down a little bit, but keep throwing your comments out there, guys. I'll keep throwing them up on the screen and answering them as we go. Got another 3-4 minutes here for you guys. The one thing I will say about this trade that hurts the Chicago Bears is the dead cap for next year. So putting out the dead cap for next year, Bears are going to have to chew $8.5 million of his contract. According to the breakdown, I don't know what the negotiation was between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears, but Bears fans are coming into the chat. Bear down. Love to see it. Much respect to the Eagles fans in here. I 100% agree. Eagles fans, if this would have been something with the Bears and Packers, they would have been just not Packers Bob. Anyone that knows, go look up Packers Bob on Twitter. He's yeah, I'm just going to put that out there for you guys. But Eagles fans, City of Brotherly Love, you guys are being great in the chat. You know, we're super happy for you guys getting Robert Quinn, and we're super happy you guys gave us a 4th round pick, because a lot of people were saying we weren't even going to get a 5th round pick for him. So we'll take it, enjoy him, go out and get that Super Bowl this year. Maybe we'll see you guys in the NFC Championship. You never know. Just putting that out there. I'm crazy, I know. Jack, thanks for the feedback. I want to see the Bears back in the mix. Legendary brand, team, and fan base. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I know some of the best fans in the world. I know that the Bears fan and Eagles fans are diehard. Some of the biggest teams in the market. Gotta love it. But yes, 100% agree. I am super happy for both teams here. Ryan, bear down. Much respect for Robert Quinn. 100%. Much respect for him going to Philly. Much respect for what he did here in Chicago. 4th round pick for Robert Quinn. Does not matter, E. Not sure what you're calling out there, but hey, bear down. Fly, Eagles, fly. Not sure what you're supporting, my man. We need more energy from Bears Nation in here. 100% agree. If you're a Bears fan and you're in the chat, just write bear down. Give me an emoji. Give me whatever. Let's throw it up here. And if you're an Eagles fan, start throwing up your Eagles emojis, because you guys just got an absolute beast in Robert Quinn coming to your team. My iPhone went to public schools. That's why I can't spell correctly. Well, my father sent me to a public school, and I think I'm doing pretty good so far. So I don't, no comment there. But anyway, Eagles fans, Bears fans, start throwing in the chat. Mile High Boost, bear down. Love to see it. Toonsville, bear down. Chad, bear down. I hope that he succeeds in Philly, jailbreak. I never root against a former player. The only former player that I've ever rooted against that ironically went to the Philadelphia Eagles was Alshon Jeffrey, because of his comments that he made about Chicago after he left. He didn't say anything nice about the city. All he said was that was a place that I worked. And yeah, I don't think that was very respectful, because his numbers declined with Philadelphia. I'm sure Eagles fans can definitely put that out there. Bear down. We got another bear down from Hunnit. Appreciate you guys commenting on here, guys. Seriously. But again, everyone that's entering the chat, we got a ton more people entering the chat. So it looks like people are leaving their meetings, late lunch break, or leaving work early. The Bears have traded Robert Quinn to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 4th round pick, and they are chewing up most of Robert Quinn's money for the rest of this year. I hope there's a money aspect in this in the Bears' favor. Unfortunately, not this year, my man, but next year, hopefully there is a dead cap of $8.4 million, but it could have been negotiated out. Again, I haven't been checking my phone so much so far for you guys. Just want to put that out there. But Robert, are we seriously go for the remaining monsters of the Midway? No sacks. Robert, great comment, man. I know that it's tough not being the monsters of the Midway with no sacks, but you gotta, Eagles fans, please throw it in there. I don't, from an outsider's perspective looking in, our pass defense is so good right now. And our rush defense had a huge improvement against the New England Patriots. First game under 100 rushing yards. Really, really like what's going on here. Brendan Moore, bear down, should have gotten that 4th in an O-line guy. Ooh, that's actually a good point. I think if the Bears were going to chew up money, they should have gotten at least a depth guy from the Eagles or something. That's a good call out. I like this call out a lot. They did get the 4th, but another offensive lineman wouldn't hurt, especially with Whitehair. Borum now out. Make sure that you guys go check out my last episode. If you guys tune out of this, please go give it a like, a watch, and subscribe to our channel. But with all the news, Larry Borum is out with concussion protocol, and Lucas Patrick apparently will be put on injured reserve tomorrow for his toe injury. That'll put him out for 4 weeks. Dub Bears. I really hope Ryan knows what he's doing with this team. I think he is. Bears fans in the chat, let me know what you guys think. I think a 4th rounder is great, but overall, I think Ryan Poles is doing a great job with this team so far. I'll keep saying it. Make sure you go follow us on Twitter. I'm always positive about Ryan Poles. I think he's doing a great job with this team. Another power move by the Bears. Good for RQ, maybe a ring. 100%. Robert Quinn, hopefully we'll get that ring with the Philadelphia Eagles. So as a Bears fan, I'm saying that if the Bears don't win the Super Bowl this year, I hope that the Eagles do, because I love the franchise of the Philadelphia Eagles. I love what they do. I love the fan base. You guys are awesome coming in here, commenting. It's been great so far. HVC Chess, our future keeps getting brighter and brighter, baby. That's right. That's what I'm saying. The future is getting bright for the Chicago Bears. Love it. Tiff, welcome back. I hope we see more Travis Gibson, Don Robinson, and Jack Sanborn. Would love to see Jack Sanborn come in. Philadelphia Eagles fans in the chat, if you don't know who Sanborn is, local Chicago kid from Lake Zurich, undrafted free agent out of Wisconsin, ripped it up in the preseason, barely made the roster, but he's a great special teams guy. Would love to see him in the linebacker alongside Roquan Smith. Good call. Hello from Rockford, Illinois. What's up, Sam? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Hello from the northern suburbs of Chicago, so not too far from you. Thanks for tuning in. Bear down. HVC Chess, bear down. Let's go, baby. Another bear down comment. Duh, Bears. I can swallow this year. The money is a big part of it. 100% agree. I wish that the Bears didn't have to chew up so much money. I wish they would have got, now that I'm thinking about it, I wish they would have gotten a little bit more out of this trade, like an offensive lineman or something. But a 4th rounder, I will take any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Bear down, Sam. Nice to see you again, man. Ryan, he's all right so far. Okay. It's one season, but I got to ask the Bears fans in this chat and the Eagles fans, please feel free to come in. Did anyone think the Bears were going to be 3-4 at this point? I just want a fair question for you guys. Did anyone think the Bears were going to be 3-4 at this point? I always did. I thought the Bears were going to be great, but this trade obviously takes away talent on the defense. But again, pretty proud of this team being 3-4 so far. Ryan Melly, good trade for both teams. Couldn't agree more. Zach, bear down. Does this free up cap for more cap money? It doesn't this year. The Bears have to chew up most of Robert Quinn's contract for this year, but hopefully it clears up for next year. There is still dead cap next year as of right now. I have not gotten a chance to see the total news. Let's pull it up here real fast for you guys. It seems like some more people are tweeting about it. Let's see if there's more of a breakdown for this contract. I don't see it so far. But I know a lot of people are upset. Unfortunately, I'm checking everything out. But man, it's a little crazy. Yes, 3-4 exactly. You thought they're gonna be 3-4? That's all right. That's cool. The Bears are better than last year. I mean, anything's better than last year. Just want to put that out there too. But the Eagles are way better than last year. They just got way better. And hopefully the Eagles can contain all these big names on their roster, because if the Bears are chewing their cap this year, the Eagles are going to have a big cap problem next year. I don't know the Eagles' upcoming cap, but I will keep a lookout for that. You can keep tuning into us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. Captain Jones coming in here. Good trade. Bears have to do better with the younger options. 100% agree with this. Bears are getting younger by the day. Love it. I love homegrown teams, especially through the draft. Guys seem to have more of a feeling for teams, and they play harder for the teams that took a chance on them in the NFL. Look what a lot of guys are doing right now. I'm sure Eagles fans can definitely agree with that with some of their guys. Unfortunately, I don't know their roster totally besides Jalen Hurts and another few of their big names. But again, great trade for both teams. Bears get a 4th rounder. Eagles get arguably a very, very, very good defensive end in Robert Quinn. So it looks like the comments are slowing down a little bit, guys. Any last minute comments, throw them in here. I'm going to be on for another 2 minutes before I head out. Just wanted to get this quick live stream on from you. We had a ton of people join this, so very appreciative of all you tuning in, listening for as long as you have. Oh, wow, a ton of people just logged in again. I'm never going to get off this thing, but that's fine. Love talking to you guys. Love talking to Eagles fans. Love talking to Bears fans. Keep throwing it in the chat. Please subscribe to our channel. Really appreciate it. Tim, in all line, Eagles have a lot. As a Birds fan, kind of glad Howie didn't trade one. Good luck to you guys. Go Birds. Tim, thanks for tuning in. As an Eagles fan, I wish we would have gotten some picks or an offensive lineman from you guys too. You guys have a ton, but totally get it, because the Bears want a bunch of that and you guys have a ton of it. And obviously, once you have something good, you don't want to get rid of it. Bears are playing with heart. Can't complain about that. 100%. Bears, again, on their 3-game losing streak before their win against the New England Patriots, only lost by 1 score. Just want to put that out there. Great job today, Nick. Thanks for tuning in. Andy, thanks for tuning in, man. Love that you're tuning in and supporting us. Really appreciate it. Bears, Eagles fans all around. Everyone's having a good time in the chat today. Make sure that you go through and read it. Phil, my guy, ran into him at Crunch earlier this week. Thanks for tuning in, man. Even move for both teams. Quinn was not a part of the future. Phil, 100% agree with that comment. Quinn was more of a filler for now. When the Bears were in a win now mode a couple years ago, when we picked them up, that was the move. Eagles are in win now mode. That's the move for them. Couldn't agree more. Helps the future big time. Love Robert as a player, not as much off field. Roller coaster, I'm not sure exactly what you're intending with that. He's not really big on social media, so I don't know too much about Robert Quinn off the field, but do love him as a player. No judgment what he does on and off the field, but happy that the Eagles got a win out of it. Happy the Bears got a win out of it. Sub and hit that bells, everyone. Stay updated. Thanks, HVC Chest. Really appreciate the love. I hope everyone does it. Make sure that you stay tuned because the Bears do play the Eagles this upcoming season. They play them December 12th, I believe I said. Let me just confirm that real quick for you. December 18th. So we'll be doing more of these for you guys. We'd love to see you guys come back in the chat and chat with some of you. Chatted with a ton of you guys so far. It's been great. Andy, what's the depth chart after sending Quinn off? Looks like it's going to be Muhammad taking over for Quinn most likely, but Dominique Robinson could get the start. Eagles, do you guys have any practice squad offensive linemen you want to give us according to Tiff Tiff? I 100% agree with that. You guys are really good at producing offensive linemen. Would be great. Great show. Thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you tune into the one I just posted literally 45 minutes before this. Give it a listen. All the good news about the Chicago Bears that have come out today. Bears fans, please make sure that you go and listen to it. Really appreciate it. Win at the Patriots was sweet. Y2, couldn't agree more. My dad and I were going ballistic. Couldn't believe it. I actually bet the over on that game with the Bears, and they had 17.5. What a game. Awesome win for the Chicago Bears against the New England Patriots. Quinn is an Egma. Can't forget about 20. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that, Jailbreak. Throw it in the comments what you mean. Sorry about that. I don't understand. I think it's a good contract for the future for the Eagles. He could be cut if. Ton of money that the Eagles would have to chew if they do cut Robert Quinn before or after June 1st, the deadline. If the Bears would have done that this year, they would have had to chew almost $13 million in dead cap. And if they did it after, it would have been $4.3 million. So they could do it, I guess, if the Eagles are willing to do that. But I don't know a lot of teams are willing to give up that much money, especially the Eagles. I don't believe have a ton of cap coming up. So this is win now for the Eagles, guys. So Robert Quinn is officially a Philadelphia Eagle. Oh, he did nothing in 2020. Gotcha, Jailbreak. Yes, he did not do much in 2020. He was injured a lot of the time. But yes, he didn't do a lot. 2021, though, 18.5 sacks, can't complain. Let's make a deal. All right. I don't know how many more deals Ryan Poles is going to do today. As long as they don't involve David Montgomery or Roquan Smith, good to go. That's just my opinion, guys. But, all right, guys. Bears get a 4th rounder. Robert Quinn is officially a Philadelphia Eagle. I want to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for joining the chat. We had over 340 people live streaming at one point during this. Awesome quick show. Not a quick show, 36 minutes. This is a long show for me. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Eagles fans, congratulations. You got Robert Quinn. Thank you for the 4th rounder as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. Really appreciate it. Bear down. Bye-bye, guys. Really appreciate it again. Stay tuned for all Bears updates, Bulls updates, Hawks updates, Cubs updates. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram, Twitter, and all other social media. And also, please, guys, hit that subscribe button to tune into the channel more often. But wow. With that, thank you very much for joining this episode. Who the heck is this Tinder bot? Get out of here. But with that, thank you. Oh, one more question. If the Bears finish at 500, how much does that affect the draft pick? I don't know. We haven't gotten the breakdown out of it yet, but more to come. But with that, thank you guys. Thank you, Tiff Tiff, as always, for joining in. And thank you guys for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. Eagles fans, congratulations again. Bears fans, bear down. Stay tuned for more. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.